Yes, people, welcome back to the Kempy MFL channel, where today we are discussing some news that has just broken on MFL, and then we'll go into a video I've already recorded about my first week on MFL with insane progression and my experience so far in the Redemption Cup and how much I've loved playing MFL. But before we get there, there's some major breaking news. The team at MFL have just announced there is a brand new division coming under Spark, which is called FLINT. The FLINT division is coming to MFL, the 10th tier, which is crazy. If there's a sign that a brand new Web3 game is doing well, it's this. Brand new clubs and brand new leagues coming to the game. It is fantastic to see. I mean, I've already been playing the game for a week, but the progression of this team at MFL and the actual game itself is crazy. Flint division is coming once all Spark divisions have sold out. So this is kind of the best time for you guys to get involved. And if you get involved now, you get yourself a Spark club rather than a Flint club, because soon enough, that'll be your only option. If you do want to get involved, there is a link on screen right now and in the description down below where you can get involved on Play MFL and get one of the last remaining Spark clubs before it jumps to Flint, which is very, very cool. Now, as I said, there is already a pre-recorded video which I recorded about my week this week on MFL, the progression we've had, and the games we've played so far in the Redemption Cup. So I'm going to jump from my real life point right now, where the news has just dropped about a tier 10 in MFL, to me talking about my first week. Now, as I record this, I'm just 3 minutes away from progression update time, which is 10 AM UK, which I'm very excited for, because yesterday we had no progression. But previous to that, it's been a little bit insane, which we'll get into in a minute. First of all, we are here on NY Ardent FC, and it's safe to say things didn't go very well, did they? We were in the Redemption Cup, the Tier 2 Redemption Cup, and we finished bottom, which is quite disappointing, on a -1 goal difference, 3 points. It was quite a tight group. No one really ran away with it. You can see from our results in the league, it was very, very tight. Other than the 1-0 loss at the start, the 2-1 loss at the end, and the 3-2 win in the middle, it was very tight. And my main thing with this team in particular was I got this team second. So I initially started off with the Shizuka Raycon team, and then we got the New York Ardent team, and I'd already given all my Shizuka Raycon players to Shizuka Raycon, all my actual agent players to there. So when it came to building the NY Ardent team, I was just kind of going to the scouting market and getting everyone I could for 0% revenue. And the team we built was okay, but there was no like specialist players. They were just sort of best in class in position. For example, you look into our like strikers, they're quick, but they can't really shoot. You look into our defenders, they were like really small from what I remember. This Eder was very good, and the guy I loaned him from messaged me on Twitter as well. So absolute legend if you were the Eder owner. Sadly, I only got you 3 games in. Goalkeeper was meant to be really good, but just didn't really perform very well. And I just couldn't settle on a tactic. The 4-1-3-2 is a tactic that I've played with the Shizuka Raycon team. I ended up trying out a 4-2-4, which is the game we actually won 3-2, and we were not favourites in that game either. So a system which certainly worked for us in that specific game. But going into the final game, I was like, there's no way that tactic works again. So I switched into a 4-1-3-2. And well, yeah, it just simply didn't work. I haven't really got any connection to any players in this team because they were all just simply loanees. But I have got a strategy for the season 7, and we'll be getting into that in the next week's episode, because I believe in a week's time, the 15th of July, I think the 14th of July is when everything resets, and the end of the season, the rewards coming, etc. Not that I think I'm going to get many rewards, but everything's going to reset, and we're going to get sort of the new season tick over, and I'm going to do 2 very different things with my 2 teams, but we'll get into that next week. Shizuka Raycon, you may have seen, did get promoted from the Redemption Cup. We finished in 2nd place behind Faster, Stronger Portugal MFL. We finished on 4 points, a win, a draw, and a loss, and we lost in the round of 16 as well, and we got absolutely battered in the round of 16. We played up against, if I can see it, which for some reason I can't. Oh, there you go. Renaissance Bordeaux. Their team was incredibly strong. If we need to compare the 2 teams by rating, 56, 55, 60. Ours is 52, 52, 56. So we were by far the weaker side. We got a red card in the first half after going 1-0 down, and they cooked us in the first half. It was 3-0, and that was game over, sadly. And that is the end of our journey in the Redemption Cup, which I believe means we don't get any MFL, which is a little bit sad, a little bit disappointing, but yeah, it is what it is. We did have some very good showings in the matches, in particular one player, and believe it or not, that is the player that has progressed like an absolute demon. Now let's go and check out our progression for today, and then we'll get into the progression for the week, because it has been insane. This is going to be my live reaction, progression 24 hours. Okay, he's done it again. He's done it again. This guy, right, Victorio Andrade, I purchased this man for $2.50. He was listed for $5. I bargained with the agent and got an absolute bargain on him. His progression since joining me has been insane. This is his first season in MFL. He was a 51 rated. He's gone up +3. Absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. He is now on the tier breaker, so I assume this is going to take a little bit more time to actually get him to be a 55. But he is a superstar. Pinheiro, our 21-year-old midfielder, went up +1 in shooting, and that is it. But if we check this out for the last 7 days, you can see we've got Andrade gone up +3, and this guy Russo as well, who I believe I purchased for just 50 cents. Oh no, it was $1. It was $1. But he's gone up this season from a 51 all the way up to a 54 as well, which is great. He's gone up +2 since we've had him. His defending's got better, which is great. And he's gone up mainly in sort of his defensive stats, which is awesome. The thing about Andrade, I'm completely flabbergasted by. +2 in pace, +2 in dribbling, +1 in passing, +3 in shooting, +1 in defending, and +3 physical. He is going up so much in every single stat. And it's literally been a week. It's been a week since I've had my clubs, a week since we purchased Andrade, and he's got up 3 overalls already. Have I got a superstar? I've got no idea. Zekna was a player. He's 18 years of age, went up +1 straight away, which is awesome, from a 52 up to a 53. He hasn't performed that well in the match engine. He's quite low defensively for a defensive midfielder, which is a shame. So that's something that certainly needs to improve, but can improve. And then in terms of our players that have been out on loan, our star players, if we check out the performance and sort this by, I suppose by matches played. So Salgado, Ojeda and Russo. McFarlane's a centre-back we've got. Brito is someone that I've got at the club who is actually listed up for sale for $15. It's a little bit overpriced, I believe. If I get offers for him, I'm willing to accept. 7 games, 3 goals and 3 assists. And performing quite well in the match engine. Now, he's 24 years of age. He's a 60 overall. He hasn't got up anything in stats anywhere. And the reason I'm looking to potentially move him on is because of Estevez. Now, Estevez has scored his first goal for the Danish Diamonds last night, which is awesome. He's got an assist and 2 yellow cards, a 6.6. But he is a 62 overall in the cam positions. Also not got up at all. But instead of being 24, he's just 21 years of age. And I kind of like him. He's my first pack pull that I got, Vinicius Estevez. So I've got a little bit of connection to him, and I hope he's going to be really good for us. And they're the two really that I'm really looking out for. I'm not sure if this has happened in the meantime of last episode to this episode, but Grant Gourlay is a striker that we have also purchased. He cost me $5.50. He is a 58 overall, 26-year-old striker, 69 pace, 62 shooting, 6 foot tall, and has sort of stopped his progression. He come through as a 53, got up to a 58 2 seasons ago, but because he's got decent pace and good shooting, he comes in as the best striker at the club. And I think we're going to pair him up front with Andrade in our sort of main team that we use, probably Shizuka Raycon. I'm gobsmacked he's gone up again. 54 is incredible. What an absolute legend. They've already got him on a pre-contract for next season. I mean, it's just incredible that I could bring someone like this in and straight away he is absolutely flying up, which is great to see. As I sort of said with the New York Ardent team, it's a bit of a weird one. I don't really have any sort of connection to any of these players. I like to do check the progression. It's good to see they are progressing. Obviously, it's good to get a bit of a reputation in MFL in the community for someone that can develop players and they do well when they're on the loan with you. So Lemmy's got up 1 passing, +1 physical, and Henningsen, Lemos, and Solbakken as the left back. So he's gone up as well in pace, which is good. But not a lot of progression in these, which is weird. This is actually 7 days progression, sorry, not 24 hours. So I must be getting very, very lucky for my actual players to be growing the way they are. I don't know if it's the overall difference from 49 to 58, which is stopping these top tier players from really going up. But yeah, a bit of a weird one how Ardent just simply aren't progressing at all, despite, you know, only having a draw away from the same as Shizuka Raycon in terms of the performances. Compare it to Raycon's progression in the last 7 days. It is pretty crazy, isn't it? It's there's a lot of progression here, which is absolutely awesome. I'm very excited to get my teeth into Season 7. I have been completely and utterly addicted by this game. And if you guys want a new game to play, always use the referral code down below. We've got Dan Blade, who signed up in the first week, an absolute legend as well. And he got himself a nice little free player, because once you spend $25 after using my referral code, you get yourself a nice little free uncommon pack, which is always good to see. So Dan got this absolute legend here. Marcus, well, I've got Marcus Torres, sorry, actually, who was actually performed very well in the match engine as well. 2 games and a goal, which is absolutely awesome to see. And yeah, that's kind of everything for this week. It's been a bit of a baptism of fire. We're sadly out of the Redemption Cup straight away. Everyone at this point in MFL is about to go absolutely mental, because I believe it's the last game week today on the 8th of July. If you guys are playing MFL, let me know how things have gone for you this season. I'm interested to hear from the community how Season 6 has gone. The MFL meetup in Paris has just happened as well, which looked absolutely insane, and something that, you know, one day I would love to eventually go to. But yeah, there looks like there's some news coming on the 15th in a week's time as well. So I might do on the 14th, I might do a video, and then on the 15th do a video as well. So if you are enjoying the content here on the Kempy MFL channel, make sure you're subscribing to it, because we are going to do a lot more tutorials and stuff on the channel as well, just while I'm getting my feet under, rather than give you advice, which is absolutely rubbish, because I still very much have no idea what I'm talking about. I thought it'd be better to leave that to the professionals out there, so the When Dirtcast or Nepenthez or Work the Space, etc. If you're looking for content on a little bit more tutorials wise, they are the people to go and check out. There's loads on there, and I hope I can one day be someone with that sort of knowledge as well. But our first week in MFL, we've won games, which is great to see. Also, sadly, out of both cups, and also had some mental progression. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next time.